So Jewish tradition attributes different people in the Torah, the Bible, as being the forefathers of certain nations, and there are claims made of Noah's sons, but they're midrashim. They may be right, they may be wrong. In Jewish tradition, we take some midrashim literally, and we take some as metaphorical, or as there to teach us a particular message.
Does that make logical sense though, about the different races?
For me personally, do I think that all of the Africans descend from one of Noah's sons? No. But like, if you study the evolution of people in Africa, you know that's nonsense, because Noah didn't live that long ago, unless you actually believe. Yeah, I don't want to insult all my friends. Was Noah Jewish?
Are you Jewish?
Am I Jewish? Yeah.
Why did you decide to be a Jew?
Why did I decide to be a Jew? It was for the money, mate. The money. It's all about that cash money. That wasn't honesty, that was it. Oh my God.
Some honesty, man. Cause you wanted some land, you wanted some money. You get me? Some European powers behind you, America.
So shall I give you the actual real reason rather than the idiot's reason that I actually can't believe someone took seriously? So the real reason was I was raised in a very left-wing household. My old man's a communist, my mother's a hippie. I was raised with no religion. I come from a Jewish background, but no religion. What I started to do was, my understanding of religion came from the Church of England school I went to. It didn't make any sense to me. I was a hardcore atheist. I then started flirting with my own people. I started going to a Reform synagogue, which is quite progressive, where they don't follow the traditions as I now follow today. And what that did, it set me on a journey where I started reading, and I read a particular book which was called The Guide for the Perplexed by a rabbi called Maimonides, which is an incredible philosophical argument for the belief in one God and the moral value of the Jewish religion. And it was through a very gradual journey where I was reading, which started really with Maimonides' Guide for the Perplexed, which led me to where I am today, which is an Orthodox Jew. So that's why. It wasn't because I wanted to control the bank, that was just a bonus.
No. I'm not even saying you as an individual. I'm saying there's powers that be, that have made certain moves, and we can see that the moves ain't got nothing to do with no Hebrew, no love. Going to Palestine and the war and the millions of people that have died right now from that move.
Of people? How many millions of people have died?
Not millions of people.
How many people?
I'm saying the thousands of people.
In the last year, how many Palestinians?
Fam, I'm not talking about how many Palestinians, blood. White people kill so many people all over the world. I can't do all the numbers. With South Africa, I'm talking like,
why white people? People kill. In Africa, what's happening in Central African Republic?
Black people in Africa have never tried to colonize or enslave no other race. Only white people have done this, bro. This is only white history. Chattel slavery is exclusive to white people.
Some of the biggest people involved in the slave trade were blacks.
Fam,
blacks sold blacks into slavery.
Are you listening? Okay. That's the only thing I'm gonna answer. Yeah, because that's the main thing they like to say. Black people, you sold me. I'm Caribbean, you're African. You sold me. That's the reason.
Everyone was involved in the slave trade.
This is what I'm talking about. But I'm gonna explain something to you that you don't know. Yeah, because you haven't been taught it. Because this history that we're taught in this country and the narrative is racist. Yeah, in Africa we had something called prisoners of war and servitude. In this situation, yeah, if my brother had captured me, because he wouldn't try to kill me, he would try to capture me. If he captured me, yeah, I would live under in his house. I would be able to have my wife. I would be able to gain my freedom. I wouldn't be raped. Yeah.
So this is all people in Africa, all people, all tribes.
When his tribe sold us to you, when the Nigeria, Madam Tinubu in Nigeria, when she sold us black people, Caribbeans, to white people, when word got back to her of what chattel slavery was, that you had institutions where 8-year-old, 9-year-old little girls and boys could be raped, when they heard about that, they started, Madam Tinubu, researcher in Nigeria, they started fighting against the whites and stopped selling them. So what I'm saying is, what I'm saying is, when you say everyone done slavery, it's too bland a subject. The different levels of servitude, chattel slavery is completely and utterly exclusive. In chattel slavery, our names were lost, our tongues were lost, our language was lost, Our 4 ways was lost. Our more ways was lost.
You're an educated brother, yeah? You're an educated man.
Even the Irish were put in slavery, but they did not lose their last name. They didn't lose their tongues.
The Arab
saying you can't
in the Arab slave trade, yeah. What did they do to black slaves?
Spirituality.
Not just your spirituality. They chopped off your pieces so you couldn't reproduce.
100%.
So I'm saying all people have been involved in slavery. Don't paint the white man as a devil and the black man as a saint, or the Arab as a... All people are good and all people are bad.
What I'm saying is, when you're comparing, you still can't quote something like that from African, from black. We've never done it to other people. The only thing we've done is for each other.
There's no way. You have different tribes in Africa. You have different Arab regimes. You have different white regimes. Basically, you lump people into racial groups and say black people good, white people bad, Arab people mean it. It's nonsense.
Have I ever said that?
No, but you're saying we never had slavery. Our slavery was a nice slavery. Your slavery was a bad slavery. Slavery's bad.
When you talked about the Zionists and all the things that obviously the higher powers of Jews are doing, I clearly told you that that's got nothing. Well, I don't know.
I'll tell you what, Zionists. Zionists have never had slaves. Is there a modern movement?
Listen. They still, the white Jews of today still invested and still benefited highly from slavery.
The white Jews of today invested in slavery.
Not Jews, Zionists.
Zionists, they still
There's a
benefit
big
from
difference.
slavery.
Zionism and Judaism is a big difference. Because Jews are Jewish and peaceful people. Zionists are nothing more than political refugees in the Middle East.
Yeah.
That's it.
Like ISIS.
The DNA, look at your DNA. You belong to Europe.
Zionists and ISIS are very similar.
We got to
Really? What's the similarity?
You got to show me what African. Because for you to say it happened everywhere, you got to show me what African nations enslaved other African nations. Yeah, show me that. You got to show me that. Show me that. Show me the African nation. Show me what nation in Africa is now rich off of the slavery. Because you can point that camera around and you can see a couple of the buildings that was benefiting from slavery. You can see the benefits of slavery in every nation, but we can't see the benefits of slavery in African nation. Why is that? Where's the benefits? All I see is disadvantages. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm not even saying I know everything, because I don't, you know. But what I do know, I know. And I know there's been a lot of oppression over the last years, and it's not just been black people. White people was killing white people before they started killing black people. Before they met black people, what white people were doing to white people was disgusting. There was a lot of cannibalism, there was a lot of madness. And white people, when they came out of that now, when they came out of Europe, they just brought that to Africa. It wasn't personal. It wasn't personal to us. Obviously, the fact that you have big genitals, man's gonna hate on that. Yeah, man's gonna hate on the fact that you got genitals, and anytime you have sex with his daughter, the baby comes out looking like you.
Run for your life, nigga. Run for your life.
But it's not personal. I didn't choose big genitals. I didn't say to God, give me big black genitals. So why are you hating me for that? I didn't say to God, give me a DNA that if I was to, which I'm not going to, I love my black queens. But if I was to reproduce with a white woman, that the child would come out coloured. I didn't ask for none of that. The Most High just blessed that. I didn't ask for skin that when I'm in the sun, you know, I get vitamin D and it powers man up. I didn't ask for none of that, my brother. That was just given to me. So racism is like man hating man for what man was. They come, they see the gold in Africa, they see the riches, and they came with their thing. And we had a different heart. We didn't have that. So when man, imagine if you got an evil heart, not saying evil but barbaric heart, and you're coming to some civilized people, you're going to be able to enslave them people easily, because you're going to do things that ain't in that man's psyche. You know what I'm saying? Like you see it on the roads. You can see it on the roads. Certain man that you know that man that lost their parents or something. Them young youths.
Even that, fam, man on crack and all them things. You have to be out your mind to do certain things.
Mad things, fam. You get me? Like it's not man's fault. And I feel like, because I believe that the Hebrew and the Jewish thing, I believe it came out of black people. You get me? And we used it to civilize them man. Them man needed to be civilized. Because it came from Africa. When you're looking at where Europe is now, civilized wise, Christianity has done wild amounts for Europeans. It's just not been a benefit to us as Africans. You get me, fam? Because we had systems that had those moral systems in place before. But for Europeans, I believe Christianity has done, and I feel, even when you look at even Arab land before they had Islam, bro, there was a lot of stuff going on, bro. There was a lot of killings and a lot of mad things. Them times there, like sometimes down to a 10-year-old child you could sleep with. You know what I'm saying? Obviously the women were different back there, the whole laws of you get me? But there was a lot of madness there before Islam came, bro. And so, you get me? So Islam has helped in many ways. I don't know if it's help Africans in the sense that when man come with a sword and tell man you have to pay a tax. This is how it was back in the day. You pay a tax or you become Muslim, innit? You know what I'm saying? But I ain't got no that's not an object to Islam. I've read the Quran from start to finish. I ain't got nothing wrong with the Quran. You get me? There's certain things in it, like war-wise and that don't sit with my spirit sometimes. You get me? Same with the Bible, when they're saying slaves obey your master and that. But there's things in the Bible, bro, that rod and that staff that comfort me. Like I saw in Kemet. You know the pharaohs in Kemet? There's things that sit with man, bro.
You mean, man, the Bible, they ripped off their things from Kemet?
Yeah, come on, bro. You know where it comes from. You know what I'm saying?